Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlemagne the God, it will not stop me. So, angel number 25, guys, I have fallen victim to Mercury retrograde, and I kind of just like got into my head a little bit, overthinking it, and I'm just gonna shake it off. One thing that I do want to let you guys know is that this book, I've had it for a while, but last night it kind of really called to me. In this book, it is called The Light of Egypt, The Science of the Soul and the Stars. And I just really feel like God asked me to start doing moon readings is because he really, really genuinely wants us to start aligning with those energies of the moon, and starting to help us help ourselves. I'll just leave it there. So I got confirmation for that, but I am going to wait until I guess I do my moon reading next week because it's going to be a full moon. To just let you guys know exactly the information that I found. But it was really interesting. It was just, I will say, let me just let you know this part, angel number 133. When the moon in the course of her motion arrives at the same place during each month, she impregnates these seeds and endows them with magnetic life force. Therefore, in a sense, she offers humanity the powers and possibilities of magical forces. It is this lunar solar influx within the human constitution then that controls the real foundation and basis of spiritual development and occultic power. So that's like next level, letting you know that God and our ancestors really wants us to get back to our roots. And our roots is connecting with the stars, connecting with earth, respecting everybody, and remembering we're just all one. All right, angel number 24. So God, just give us some information about becoming the alchemist of our life to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public. God, what are the current energies that we are going through? How can we navigate these energies? How can we make the best of them? Or what just information do you want us to know, God? God, let us know as plain as possible. In God's names I pray, Ashe. Guys, I got some new cards. Angel number 252. I'm really excited. All of the cards were relationship cards and cards about connections. I really genuinely feel as though God is putting that we're going through this time, angel number 309, where it is very important for us to learn how to be in relationship with one another. And I don't think it's just romantic relationships. Like, I just really feel like God is ready to work on the family unit as a whole. I feel like us in the United States, because of money and because of, greed, we've really kind of gotten away from those principles of family and community. And I really genuinely feel as though God and our ancestors are really trying to drive us back that way. And I think that the way that is going to happen is through, of course, like online. But I know, like, if I'm going to just put it out there, if I get this place that I saw this perfect house, it's in the perfect location, and if God blessed me with this house, I'm going to start doing healing dinners here in Detroit. I really just want to start creating the communities that I want to see in the world. Lead that charge. So that's where we're about to start moving towards. Again, I don't even want to say that. Like this, I really just feel like God wants us to learn how to be complete and whole individuals and learn how to work in relationship with one another. The message that came out is the sun. The sun card is all about feeling radiant, feeling, angel number 440, feeling radiant. We see the sun right here, solar plex. But it's also about connecting to our inner child and feeling a sense of innocence. And I honestly, truly feel as though that is what healing is. Healing is when you're able to go back to your childhood, you know, look at all those things that, you know, disappointed you, made you feel bad, but you realize how it made you who you are today. And then you're able to recover this innocence. Like we heard that saying, like, the child who never grows up is the one who won. And I feel like God wants us all to kind of just get back to this sense of excitement, this sense of impossibility. Like, remember when you were a kid, like nothing was impossible. Like everything, the sky was the limit. I remember my dad like literally had to tell me, Amber, money don't grow on trees. That's probably why I got money issues now. Because like he had to tell me that, Angel number 535. And I used to be like, yes it does, because it's made of paper. Like it's just like I used to, you know, dream so big. And I really feel as though God is wanting us to get back to that place. But the reason why you're not able to get back to that place of excitement, to connect with your inner child, is because I don't even have to show this card. You should already know what this is, because you're not going through your what? Emotions. It's just emotions taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in a song. But if you don't come back. Okay, anyways. I just really feel like, honestly, okay, this is the last thing. I feel like God and my ancestors, I'm here to remind everybody about the importance of emotions and to how they really help us become the alchemists of our lives. Like, it's so crazy that I literally got teased my whole life for being so emotional and so this, and now like it's like my superpower. So it's like insane how God works. But anyways. So the reason why you can't connect to this childhood sense of yourself, the reason why you can't connect to this wonder, is because you don't want to go on your emotions. You're scared to really sit there and look at these things that that keep you up at night. Look at these things that kind of overwhelm you sometimes. These things that keep rushing up to your shore. Like no matter how much you push it away, it always tends to come back. That's the thing. It always comes back. Angel number 717. So the key is, instead of pushing it away, look at it so that you can have this judgment day, so that you can move forward and become the king of fucking pentacles. So you can become the person that you want to be, and you can work differently, and you can move differently, and you will no longer be chained to things that are no longer serving you. God is trying to give you your mentor. He's trying to give you total healing. But in order for you to get that, you have to do this work of going in your emotions. The Queen of Cups, she's doing this. She's like literally just sitting at the shore, looking at her cup, looking at the things that she put her attention on, the things that she built her kingdom on. And I feel like she's asking herself, is this in alignment with me? Anything that come up to her shore, anything that comes up to her mind, she's not afraid to pick it up, put it in her cup, and really look at it. And that's how you have to be. Angel number 815. You have to look at the things that happened to you because it affected the way that you move. If you do this process of looking at the stuff that, you know, scared you in your childhood or that bothers you a lot, then you'll be able to be the King of Cups. The King of Cups, he's literally sitting on a throne in the middle of the ocean. What does that mean? What does that say to you? He's not fazed. Like, he's not out there like, oh my God. He's like, God is saying, when you're so grounded in your emotions, when you're so rooted in yourself, it doesn't matter if shores or if waves come or if people try to knock you off your pedestal, because you know who you are at the end of the day. I just told y'all I was talked about my whole life from being emotional and being sensitive, and now I look at it as though it's a superpower. That's a complete evolution. I used to judge myself for it. I used to hate myself for it. I used to be like, oh, why are you so fucking sensitive? Why you can't be like everybody else? Because I'm not like every fucking body else. And that's what God wants you to know. All right, God, let's get some let's bring out our new babies. Let's get a tool. All right, we're gonna get a tool, and then I'm gonna end it with a note from the universe. All All right, God, clarify this message of the Sun with the Queen of Cups reversed, God. How can we go through the process of looking at our emotions so that we can stop judging ourselves, so that we can come out on this other side grounded and rooted in ourselves, so that we're able to create the kingdoms and the relationships and careers that we want to make? How can we get this total healing? How can we move away from these negative attachments and working hard? Like, God, how can we just be free, God? How can we have a sense of accomplishment? How can we know that we are okay just as we are and that there is nothing to fear? Make it as plain as possible, God. One tool, please. One tool. Okay. Oh my God. Others' opinions are less important than my personal value system. Should I leave or should I go? I can go from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. Oh my gosh. I have to read them. You did not intend. I'm going to start with others' opinions are not. Other people's opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. This is why you won't go into your emotions. It's because you're worried about, instead of being like, how do I feel about what is happening? You ask yourself, well, how do they expect me to feel? Or how do they feel if I react this way? Your feelings are valid. You can feel however the fuck you want to feel. You don't have to, and I had to tell myself that I don't have to validate my feelings. They just are what they are. I feel this way because I'm a fucking human. You did not intend to use the opinion of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remember long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that will offer you the perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. And still remember, you knew that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you, which means your God, your spirit, your soul, and your current thoughts, which you're thinking in your mind, in any moment that will offer you perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. This message is telling you that you don't need to worry about the opinions of others, because you need to worry about the opinions of yourself. You need to worry about the opinions of your fucking emotions. Your emotions is telling you how to feel. Your emotions is telling you the truth about the situation. But instead of you getting your truth for yourself, you're looking at you're worried about the opinions of other or how you're going to seem to other. Let's break this down to a practical example. You're talking to somebody and your body is telling you, this person, I can't trust this person, or this person is not being honest. This person is not, I don't feel like this person is really truly for me. But instead, you're overriding what you're getting, and then later on down the line, that person does something, and you're like, oh shit, I knew it. That's why we always say there's always signs. When you're in a relationship, the red flag come up, you like, But instead of looking at that information, you like, oh no, I'm tripping. No, listen to the information that your body is trying to give you. Emotions, energy, emotions. God put you down here fully equipped with everything you need. So why not use it? Angel number 1430. Should I stay or should I leave? Oh my God, I feel like this is somebody in a relationship. It is very empowering to discover that your pattern of thoughts do not have to follow your current situation, and therefore your current situation on all subjects can change. We do not recommend taking the physical actions of leaving a relationship without deliberately coming into thought alignment with the new desires that have been born out of your current relationship. And then whether you stay in this relationship or move on to another, you can have exactly what you desire. And so what this is saying is that, should I stay or should I leave? Along with the opinions of others. Angel number 1511. What God is saying is that you need to, instead of asking other people what you should do, you need to go within yourself. You need to ask yourself. You shouldn't be leaving anybody because they make you uncomfortable. Or I feel like what God is saying is the reason why some of us are not able to get into the relationships that we really truly want to be in is because we're not willing to go within our emotions and to be as intimate as we need to be. So God is saying, is there really truly a problem in your relationship, or is it just that you are afraid to be intimate with this person? Also, you have to realize that relationships are mirrors. A lot of people, when I see people who jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, they just tell me you're afraid to fucking be with yourself. Because the thing that person is not realizing, you keep saying, oh, it's that person, oh, it's that person, oh, it's that person. But yet you have 5 or 6 people doing the same exact shit. No, bitch, it's you. It's you. And so what this card is saying, before you try to leave anybody's situation, you need to go within yourself and make sure that you're being the best person that you could be. That this person isn't triggering you because you're not wanting to look at something or you're trying to run away from it. That's another thing. Some of it could be self-sabotage. A lot of these readers be like, leave that nigga. Why? So she can go and find 3 or 4 or 5 other niggas that's gonna do the same exact shit to her. We are humans of patterns. Our pattern was created. Okay, so yes. Oh my God, thank you, God. Our patterns was created from childhood, from birth, right? When you were in your mom's womb. And in the first 1 to 4 years, you wasn't even conscious of it, angel number 1711, but you were creating your relationship pattern, how you believe in love, what you believe love is, how it should look like. So if your parents ignored you a lot or they weren't there, you learned how to perform for love, or you learned how to act out for love. And then guess what? 30, 40 years from then, you never fucking realize you're still acting out for love. You're still doing the same shit that you used to do when you was in the playpen because your mama not paying you attention. Also, I don't know who this for, but should I stay or should I go? Listen to the opinions of yourself. If you've been doing all this work on yourself and your partner is refusing to work on himself or refusing to do anything better, but yet he's judging you because you're bettering yourself, and he's like, oh, what the fuck are you? Who the fuck? No, use your own opinion. Some of these niggas don't even really like women. They just want to fuck them. They don't want to be in a relationship with them. They just want to fuck them. I had to come to my own conclusion. And it was a really fucked up conclusion because I was like, oh, I was trying to figure out like, why was I connected with my ex so much? Like, why was I connected to him? And one day I was having a conversation and I was talking about, I'm bisexual. And I was talking about how I want to be with the women. Like, I want to have sexual experiences with women, but I don't want to be in a relationship with women. And I'm like, that's really fucked up. And then it was like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, no, you was in a relationship with a nigga who felt the exact same way. Mirror. I can't be mad at him for that because I deep down inside felt the same way. So again, you do the work to better yourself, and then you ask yourself, is this person still in alignment with me? Because if you just leaving people without doing the work, all you're going to do is just go find different versions of that person. Last message. I can go from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. That's why God is saying stop holding on to shit that is no longer serving you. As you walk away from one unpleasant relationship, the law of attraction will bring another that feels very much like it, and usually quickly. You just cannot get there from there. To get where you want to be, to the place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. That's why people say, well, work on yourself, and you'll find love and you'll get love on yourself. Because if you don't, what you're doing is oh my God, I'm gonna have to put that article up. You gotta read my article about Malcolm and Marie. If you don't, what you're doing is you're going around asking somebody to complete a part of yourself that you don't even fucking know. You don't even know what this part is. That's why it's saying, should I leave or should I go? Because you don't even know what that part is. You're just asking somebody else to feel it. And then when they're not performing or they can't do the things or it's not feeling good anymore, then you're like, oh, fuck it, I don't want to be with this person no more. No, you need to go within yourself and figure out what's going on inside. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process. For when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process. For when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action that will solve a problem. I told myself, engine number 2107, I don't even want a relationship right now. Like, I don't even want to meet a guy, like, right now. No, thank you. I just want to work on myself. Because I'm not there yet. I want to meet somebody from a place of when I am whole and I'm feeling good about myself and my life and what I'm bringing on the table. And so it's taking me dating myself. It's taking me doing things for myself that makes me feel joy. Engine number 2133. I'll envision the behavior I desire to inspire. Creating the life that I feel is important for me. Okay, God, give us one final message to wrap this on up, God. How can we go within our emotions in order to heal ourselves, in order to get the healing that we need, in order to create the jobs that we want, in order to get away from negative attachment, God? Please wrap up this message of other people's opinions are less important than my own. Should I stay or should I leave? I can go from an unwanted relationship to a wanted, and I'll envision the behavior I desire, God. Give us one last message to wrap this on up in a beautiful bow, allow no room for doubt or confusion. In God's name I pray. I just want one. And number 2243. It's not only about being right. It's not only about being right. Angel number 2250. It's not only about being right. I feel like this is somebody that's in a relationship who's in a relationship and they feel as though they want to leave their partner. But it's not because that person is not for you. It's because you're afraid of the intimacy. It's because you're afraid to do the work. In all tests of characters, when two viewpoints are pitted against each other, in the final analysis, the thing that will strike you the most is not who was right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went to the greater lengths in considering the other's perspective. Should I stay or should I go? Others' opinions are not my own. I feel like your friends, your family, you're getting pressured to leave this person, to not fuck with this person. But it's just because you have to realize people don't know what the fuck a healthy relationship is. There's not a lot of examples of it. People don't know what true happiness is. People don't even know what true partnership is. We have to realize this society is broken. We can't look to society to figure out how to have a divine relationship. That can only come from within. So you have to ask yourself, am I running from this relationship? Am I running from, and that's the thing that you have to understand. Are the person that you should marry, it should be your spiritual partner. It should be your spiritual teacher. They should challenge you. They should teach you stuff about yourself. They should bring out the best and the worst of you. They should make you think outside of yourself. They should challenge you. So it's not always going to be roses and daisies, but I'm going to tell you this one thing. Is there a commitment? Is there a certainty? Is there a clarity that this person wants to be with you? That this person is in it for the long haul? That this person, though he may not understand what you're going through, but he wants to. If that's there, then you got to see it through. Then you have to do the work on yourself to get the relationship from unwanted to wanted. Last message. If they once loved you, they still do. If they once loved you, they still do. Thanks for every single time. Thank for every single time you ever fall in love, whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, and whether or not you were loved back. It changed everything. Actually, you're always loved back. You changer the universe. Angel number 2540. And so I feel like also what God is trying to inspire a two-part message. The first part message for whoever this is, a woman or a female, you're in a relationship, everybody around you is telling you to leave this person alone, but you and this person has a really good bond, a really good chemistry, a commitment to one another. I'm not talking about, it has to be clarity in a relationship. If there's clarity and there's a commitment and there's strife, okay, work with it. But two-part, you can't try to work something out on your own. So I'm not speaking to that. I'm not speaking to you betraying yourself and sabotaging yourself. I'm speaking to a relationship that is trying to mature, but they just don't know how. We just have not been given those tools on how to have divine partnership. Trying to control somebody is not the way to go. So for those people, I just ask that you make sure that you're doing the work that you need to do and that you're not running away from this relationship from a sabotaging way. For my others of you who just came out of a bad relationship, who feeling a little, you're feeling a little rocky. Maybe you're afraid to look at your emotions. God is saying, look at it. Look at what that relationship taught you about yourself. Look at what that relationship gave you. Whether it gave you the outcome that you thought it was going to have, it taught you something. And what you need to focus on is what it taught you. When you can focus on what it taught you, then you can start focusing on what you really want. What did it clarify for you? What did it confirm for you about yourself? Once you make clarity of that, then you can move on. Then you can let that cycle completely go. Don't go rush into the next relationship. Get your shit together first. Don't drag your baggage on because you're just going to run into that next person. So just know you're perfectly whole and you're complete on your own, but first you need to do that work of going inside and learning the truth about yourself. All right, y'all, that is all the messages I have for you. If it was beneficial for you, please give me a thumbs up. If not, hopefully we'll see you again next time. If you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe so you would never miss out on a video. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. I'm excited, y'all. We're moving into this season of divine partnerships, and divine community, and divine fellowship. So beautiful, beautiful time. Let's get these wonderful tools. All right. See you soon. Bye.